What's up, dude? High five? Really? What's up, everybody? Jared here, and I'm back with another, unlikely friendship of a movie review, and I went out and saw the new film from Kevin Hart and Bryan Cranston, The Upside. Dell, a washed-up parolee, stumbles into a career as a caretaker for a wealthy quadriplegic named Phillip. Despite coming from two different worlds, an unlikely friendship starts to blossom as Dell and Phillip rediscover the joys of life. So does The Upside kick off 2019 with a memorable drama? Let's find out. Now, before I get into my thoughts, let me know what you guys thought of Upside in the comments down below. Was this the sentimental comedy drama you were hoping for, or was this definitely an Intouchables ripoff? Now let's get into some of the good things The Upside did. Starting off, I will say that the script of The Upside had some genuine laughs. Honestly, coming from a January movie, I wasn't expecting much. I kind of thought that this would be sort of a train wreck of a movie, but John Hartmere, I think that's who the screenwriter was for this. He was able to actually, give this movie some lightheartedness, also steer into some serious topics, but really give some great dialogue from both Hart and Cranston. And the dialogue between the two really plays into their strengths and also sets up some, witty, fun banter between the two, and also some comedic situations like Kevin Hart's character having to deal with or put in a catheter for the first time, and let's just say it's hard.
I understood that reference.
Aside from the lighthearted laughs and kind of comedic portions of this film, Cranston and Kevin Hart, actually their chemistry works fairly well in this film. Obviously, it's a situation we've seen before, these two characters that are completely different, differing lifestyles, they come from different extremes, they come together, they sort of learn a little thing from each person, and then they grow as a person themselves. But Hart and Cranston really do this kind of balancing between comedic and serious. There's fun comedic banter between the two of them, and then it kind of will switch to kind of some more serious, I wouldn't say dark entirely, but more serious topics between the two of them. However, I feel like the true potential of The Upside was never really explored. It tackles these different things between these two characters, serious stuff that they're having to deal with, but it never fully dives deep into these problems or shows these play out on screen. Rather, it kind of glosses over them. It sort of puts this happy tinge over a lot of the stuff, like Kevin Hart having to deal with, child support, his parole officer, getting his life back on track, and then also Bryan Cranston having to deal with, lost love, new love, just future business ventures. It never really dives deep into this stuff. For example, the movie sort of hints at this future thing. We see it eventually come to be, but we never see how it came to fruition. And due to The Upside sort of, glossing over a lot of this stuff, the pacing felt very much wonky. Like, the opening 5 minutes, it's kind of serious. It's kind of, I would say, in a weird way, high energy. It's going this certain way, and then we get a time jump back to the beginning of the characters' journeys. And as the movie plays out, it definitely takes its time on some comedic scenes, some more lighthearted stuff. It seems to kind of rush through some more heavy, serious topics, and then once we get back to the opening scene, it definitely rushes through it. Like, the opening scene leads up to this stuff, nothing really happens, and then it's basically the next day. Like, the movie drags on. And the thing is, this movie isn't that long, coming in at 2 hours and about 6 minutes. It takes forever for things to play out. And once The Upside reaches its climax,
Nice.
it's an anticlimactic ending. Since the film is drawn out for so long and certain things are kind of set up, you think that it's going to finish in this grand spectacle, but it just kind of plays out and it ends right there. Oh, like it ended, I guess it was a movie. Overall, The Upside is this based on true event story that unfortunately doesn't bring anything new to the table. With some comedic writing and some decent chemistry amongst the leads, but with it sort of glossing over certain issues, weird pacing, it just taking a long time to play out and an unsatisfying end, I would go ahead and skip out on The Upside. It has some decent laughs and some touching moments, but nothing that's too memorable. In closing, I'm going to give The Upside 2.2 out of 5 not Oscar hosts. So what did you think of The Upside? I want to know in the comments down below. Anyways, guys, as always, thank you for watching. Follow all of my social media stuff down there. There's more videos over there. Subscribe down to my channel if you haven't already. Yeah, I'll see you later. Starting off, and this dialogue And this dialogue between the two really plays into their strength.